Well, a 9 is there, not in the front window, but certainly in the side window, and he is out in front with 2 9s. Chino Rheem knows he must catch a 4 to win this pot.
Reiner did this before versus E-Dog.
He did.
Well, there you see, over 1.1 million goes to our champion tonight. 3 WPT champions, 1 businessman left fighting it out for this title.
The antes are 10,000, the blinds are 30 and 60 as we get started in 4-handed final table action on Erick Lindgren with a King Jack. He is raised to 125. Matt Hyman goes away.
And Chino Rheem looks down at the A7 offsuit. The hand you're crazy about, not the worst hand in a 4-handed poker game, but look at this. Chino 3-betting.
Chino makes it 275 with his A7. Canadian Jonathan Waugh folds his hand back on Erick, makes the call with the King Jack.
Most players in the world would throw the hand away or make a crying call with the A7. The young superstars 3-bet with it and take the lead in the hand, but the lead is no more as Erick has flopped 2 kings. He is now out in front with kings up.
Yeah, nothing hitting for Chino, but he makes a continuation bet of 175. And Erick just gonna call.
Oh, one of those okie dokie calls, as you like to say, Vince. Just gonna walk the dog here.
Well, safe so far for Erick as a 10 appears.
Well, earlier at this final table, it was Erick Lindgren that was getting walked around like a little pooch. And now he's the one walking the dog himself here.
Doing it again as Chino bets 325. Erick with a call down the river. And an ace hits.
Only card Chino could catch to win this pot comes off at the river. Now Chino is going to lead out in bet. He's not worried about his kicker because he's going to play ace and deuces with a king kicker. And Erick lets out a lot of air right there. He's saying, wow, don't tell me I let this guy catch an ace to beat me.
420, and there's Erick's wife, Erica Schoenberg, a fine poker player herself. Little does she know what a tough position Erick's in right now.
Chino. Probably had ace king the whole way.
That he did not, but you're gonna hate it just as much if you make this call.
You're capable.
Chino's like a Phil Ivey, like a Gus Hansen. They bet so much, they play so many pots, they get paid off when they make a hand in most cases.
Erick's been at 6 final tables on the World Poker Tour, 2-time champion.
I guess I got lucky.
Oh, and the pain for Erick.
The Albert Einstein statement by Chino. Oh, I guess I got lucky there.
There's the wife, feeling the misery as well. Erica.
It didn't feel like a bluff anymore in the end.
Yeah, I know.
You lucky?
Rather be lucky than good. Especially versus E, I'll take the luck.
I almost raised the flop, too.
Back to basics. He's bumbling to himself. That's what happens.
Good. Almost folded. That would have been awesome.
You always rethink how you could have played the hand to win it if you lose it. But the truth is, Chino could only catch an ace to win that pot, and he might have bluffed a 3rd time on the river if it didn't come up. Or Erick would have made max value out of it, but when you catch the ace on the river, you always say, why didn't I raise it? Why did I walk the dog? Hate that.
All right, 4-handed poker continues. Matt Hyman, the entrepreneur from San Francisco, folds his hand, and now Chino. The moderate 10-8 of clubs will raise 125.
It's in that walking the dog chapter. They got to say sometime the dog bites you on the ankle.
Jonathan is done with an ace-jack, not going to re-raise, just calls. Erick can be allowed in because he's in the big blind, and he can slop around with the 6-4, and that's what he's going to do, hoping to catch lucky. And here is the flop. Whoa, look at this. Jack 9-8. Unbelievable straight flush draw for Chino and a pair. And of course, top pair for Waugh. And Chino will bet after a couple checks, 170.
Well, I don't care if you're Phil Ivey or Mr. Magoo, you're going to get your money in with the hand Chino's got. A pair and an open-end straight flush draw.
Look at this, Jonathan not going to raise with top pair and big kicker. Erick out.
Had he been raised, we'd have seen a huge pot here, Vince.
To the turn, will Chino hit his hand? Not there, as a 4 spades appears.
Jonathan while continuing to slow play, but Chino checking behind him and now hits the deuce of clubs on the river to make the flush.
That's what you got to do on the river. Get lucky. Chino has done so, and Jonathan Waugh now going to play backwards. He's going to bet when he's finally beat.
What's the bet? 330?
Well, he did bet on the flop or the turn when he had top pair and top kicker. Now the flush comes out there as well as the possible straight. Chino is raising this pot. Well, that's a nice raise by Chino. I know everybody could look at the screen and say, well, he's got a flush. Of course he's going to raise it. But his opponent could have a king-eye flush or a queen-eye flush or even the nut flush possibly.
But you want a value raise because you almost have $7 million in chips. You can't go broke, Jonathan, with half that stack. So I like this raise for a value.
It's because he's Chino Rheem, because he plays so many pots. He gets paid off on a lot of hands that others may not get paid off on. We just saw Erick Lindgren pay him off with 2 kings when an ace hit the board and Chino bet on the river. The same thing could happen here again as Chino hits a winning river card, and indeed it does.
Waugh is Wong right there as he makes this call.
If he raised on the flop, Chino's going to re-raise. All the money could have gone in. He could have been broke in 4th place heading back to Canada.
Chino's gonna be sick if he got raised.
That's what I was thinking the whole time. I'm like, man, Jonathan, if you're Hollywooding and shipping on me right now.
He kept pulling chips out of the...
That's the whole thing I kept thinking in my head. I was like, bro, if you raise me right now.
You look scared.
This winter doesn't have to be long, cold, and boring. Imagine flying into Vegas, staying at a beautiful hotel, and playing poker with the biggest names. And it's all paid for. Win your chance for a free poker dream vacation. Win a free seat to the WPT World Championship in Las Vegas. Simply click the sign up link in the upper right-hand corner. Sign up with bonus code YT39 and we'll match your first deposit, dollar for dollar.
Normally when guys make small bets at decent-sized pots on the river, it's a beg me call. They want you to call them. But the pot was so big, Erick decided to call. Sick, he got outdrawn there.
There's Chino Rheem going to the side. That's Nam Lee, a WPT champion.
His value range.
Yeah, for sure.
He's trying to get money.
Yeah,
He
for
can't
sure.
throw hand.
Yeah, for
So
sure.
either he has like top pair or he has a flush.
All right, yeah.
I think it's fine.
All right.
They are discussing strategy.
They're discussing as you keep hitting river cards like that, we'll be taking the trophy and money home.
A couple WPT champions, the Grinder, Gavin Smith, among others. They're in the crowd here tonight, enjoying the action, and their buddies battling for this title.
Chino Rheem well out in front with over $8 million in chips. Jonathan Waugh in 2nd place with $2.7 million. So right now, it's the Chino show.
All right, Chino first to act, quickly mucks his hand. Jonathan Waugh from Canada, baseball coach, and he's got king, queen of clubs. And he will make it 120 to go. Erick right behind him with a pair of 4s.
Call.
Just gonna call.
This is Jonathan Waugh's first tournament ever at Bellagio. Vince, I think he'll be coming back.
Matt Hyman with an ace-5. He's kind of priced in to make this call, and he does, because he's in the big blind.
You're right, Vince. $340,000 in the pot, cost him $60 more to call. 3-way action. Flop is king, 10-9, all diamonds.
Erick Lindgren now, he's going to come out and bet 130.
He's got the 4 diamonds, so he does have a flush draw.
Matt out, and Jonathan Waugh with top pair.
And a straight draw.
Just makes the call. Now look at this. Jack of spades on the turn makes it straight here for Waugh. And Erick's going to continue to bet.
This Jonathan Waugh appears to be a cool customer, doesn't he, Vince? Very stoic, very calm, not intimidated by the likes of Chino or Erick Lindgren.
Right, and again, he's not going to repop. He just makes the call.
Well, Erick's got to know he's got at least a straight now. Maybe 2 pair, now maybe a full house. Well, Erick's waving the white flag as he should. Ace high is not going to win it. Erick knows it. Jonathan Waugh takes down that pot. And the guy takes 1 step closer to becoming Season 11 WPT Player of the Year, which he will be if he wins here tonight. 4 players fighting it out for this title. 1 amateur, 3 WPT champion. Action on the amateur, Matt Hyman. He's out.
He's going to fold the hand. Chino going to take a breather, goes out.
Action on Jonathan Waugh from Canada. Jonathan looks down at King Queen and limps in with it, does not raise.
No, he doesn't. And now Erick Lindgren with a King Jack
Raise.
will raise.
Most everybody would raise when their opponent limps into the small blind. You look down at King Jack in the big blind.
Well, Erick makes it 160 to go. It's back on Waugh. Got king, queen. He's taking his time here.
All in.
He's gone all in with king, queen.
Jonathan Waugh playing some power poker against his former idol, Erick Lindgren. He's shoving hard. Lindgren can't take the heat, has to fold.
Jonathan Waugh saying, wahoo!
For a second one here tonight. All right, back on Chino Rheem. He's got a 9-8. He won't play. Jonathan Waugh now with ace-4 will raise.
Most guys going to raise on the button with ace high, that's for sure. Jonathan doing it. Erick making the call with the queen, 9 of hearts.
And once again, Matt Hyman in a big blind situation.
And he's got queen, 8 of clubs.
He's priced in to call.
I think most everybody's going to call there. Cost you $60,000 to call, $340,000 in the pot. Why not party it up?
Flop comes up ace, 8-5.
Well, Erick checks.
Ace is hitting for Waugh.
Matt's got second pair, but Jonathan Waugh has top pair, and he is going to bet.
And he is catching cards tonight, making things work, and he bets 140.
Now look at this, Vince. Erick Lindgren with no hand and no draw. He's going to raise it here to $300,000.
Whoa.
That'll get Matt's middle pair out of there.
Erick with zip and pip, got to make a raise.
Now, Matt, you're sitting in Jonathan's seat and you're saying to yourself, if this guy really had an ace in the big kicker, wouldn't he re-raise me before the flop? That didn't happen. I'm not buying this. And as you can see, Jonathan Waugh bet 1.7 million there. And there it goes out. So Jonathan Waugh just making a whipping boy out of Erick Lindgren right now. Just pounding on him.
There he is. He certainly is.
Oh boy, it's like Tyson against sparring partners in his prime. It's relentless.
All right. A little misstep there for Erick Lindgren.
Jonathan Waugh re-raising Erick, who has to say goodbye in that pot.
Not catching much tonight, but he keeps competing so well.
Well, Vince, he has dropped down to 4th chip position right now, and he is a sick puppy at the moment, Erick Lindgren. He's had hands that have got outdrawn on the river. He's sort of marching with 2 left feet right now as Erick Lindgren, but maybe he can turn it around. We'll see.
And he's going to take a little breather on this hand as Matt picks up ace-9. He pumps in a raise, and Chino with a pair of 4s goes over the top. Waugh going out.
I'm on.
And all in by Hyman. He's going to put the pressure on Chino.
I call. Scary guy.
He can afford it. He's making the call. 4s up against Matt, who has ace-9.
Good old race.
That's a little race.
That's a big one for you, bro.
Yeah.
Chino's just happy to be in a race right here.
Maybe.
Against this amateur player who came over the top all in.
There's Matt's brother Zach.
9 in the window. 9 in the window. Or 9 in the window. 9 in the window.
Identical twin brothers.
And he said, put a 9 in the window.
Here comes the flop.
Well, a 9 is there, not in the front window, but certainly in the side window, and he is out in front with 2 9s. Chino Rheem knows he must catch a 4 to win this pot.
Ragnar did this before versus E-Dog.
He did.
Chino Rheem is talking about history. He's going back to season 4 when Erick Lindgren and Michael the Grinder Mizrachi had the same type of situation.
The grinder is down to the river card. He must catch a 4 to stay alive in this tournament.
Coming down to this card. Here it is.
Oh, he's hit it! Spence, he hit the 4! So now the roles are completely reversed. This time it's Chino at the table with the 2 4s against the overcards that he hit. Isn't it amazing what poker players can remember when they're trying to summon some good luck?
2 sides.
Right
Here
there.
comes the turn card.
Well, 6 of spade, forget the 2 out.
Got 1 out.
1 out.
Chino is now down
One
to
out,
1
buddy.
out as the 4 of spade won't help him.
2 side diamond. Can I squeeze it?
Only the 4 diamonds can win for Chino. No other card can do it. Queen of spade, ace out, flush, gonna win this pot.
Get in, Matt.
Well, Erick Lindgren smiles, but only on the outside.
Right back to the felt we go. Matt's going to quickly fold. Now Chino with a 9-10 offsuit. He's going to raise it to 125 to go. Jonathan Waugh, the Canadian, is out.
As we should point out, making the money is different from getting a W in these big tournaments. All these other guys at the table know how to get to the podium and take down the trophy. Matt Hyman needs to learn how to do that.
So cheap.
Friendly.
Anyway, Erick has called, and what a flop for Erick. 4 flushing here and a straight draw, and he's going to check it. Chino hitting nothing on that flop.
He's most likely going to get his chips in here, as most people would. He's got a gut shot, straight draw, and a flush draw.
All in.
All in.
Erick going all in right here. He's only gambling if his opponent does have an ace in his hand. Otherwise, he's going to throw it away just like he did. So the first step of a long journey back for Erick Lindgren begins right there with the all-in bet.
Might be the worst bet I could ever make in my life. Nice hand, buddy.
Thanks, man.
I don't mind you winning a pot. I do mind giving you the 175 on the flop.
I needed the 175.
Oh, I have a huge tilt factor, I won't lie. I'll be the first one to say it. Like, if I lose a big pot, the first thing I want to do is try to get those chips back, and I'll just start 3-betting people with cards that I know I shouldn't even be playing. That's something I definitely have to work on.
Well, Vince, truer words were never spoken by a poker player than what you just heard out of Chino there. He knows he's a steamer, as we say. If he loses a pot or two, it's hard to get him out of a pot.
All right. Back to the game. A couple folds around to Matt Hyman, the entrepreneur from San Francisco, 36 years old. He's got an ace-9. Nice starting hand, and he will raise it to 125.
Certainly have to play that hand in a 4-handed poker game.
Chino's going to slop around with a 4-5, and we are going to see 3 cards, and it's an ace, 8, 6. Aces for Hyman. Inside straight draw for Chino.
Matt loving it here. Got the 2 aces, going to bet 165,000. Look at this, Chino calling with the gut shot straight draw, looking for the walking stick, the 7, to make him a straight.
Will the 7 appear? No, jack of diamonds.
3 diamonds out there now. Oh, Matt is checking here. I'm surprised at that.
Gotta give a free card to Chino as he checks behind him. 10 of diamonds on the river. Matt is gonna check it. Chino says, you know what? I'm gonna bet and try to steal this pot.
Unbelievable.
Give credit to Chino here. He's going to put pressure on Matt by betting when the 4th diamond comes on the river.
Why so much? Yeah.
Trying to buy it.
Oh, he's trying to buy it. Again, he's telling the truth. Back-to-back truths by Chino Rheem. A, he's a steamer. B, he's trying to buy this pot.
It will work. Matt lays down the aces. It's nicely done by Chino. No diamond, just heart. That's what he does.
Horrible river.
Matt lost that pot because he lost the lead. He gave it up. His opponent won the pot by betting.
4 players remain. The winner's going to take home $1,150,000 and $297 to be exact. What a payday. Okay, next hand coming up. Blinds of 30 and 60,000. Chino Rheem with a 2-3 of clubs. Chino Rheem is raised with a 3 deuce. Jonathan with a pair of 6s just calling. Erick out. And now it's on to Matt Hyman, who has a pretty solid ace-10. He will re-raise.
Really squeezing here, Vince. He knows Chino can raise with any 2 cards.
But Chino likes his 3 deuce. He's going to call it.
In fact, they both called him.
Look at what you started.
I know. $1 pot. $1,300,000 pot.
Set over set over set, please.
Building
I'll
a
take the
big
top
pot.
Chino called this raise with a 3 deuce, folks. Well, Chino does flop a flush draw.
Queen 10-9. Matt has a piece of that pair of 10s.
And he's going to check.
Opening up the door, Chino with the 4 flush. Gonna bet. 420,000. Jonathan Watt out.
And Vince, remember, Chino raised this pot. He could easily have Queen Jack here.
420, and it's gonna work.
Well, Matt gives it up.
So Chino's starting to run over the table here.
This winter doesn't have to be long, cold, and boring. Imagine flying into Vegas, staying at a beautiful hotel, and playing poker with the biggest names. And it's all paid for. Win your chance for a free poker dream vacation. Win a free seat to the WPT World Championship in Las Vegas. Simply click the sign up link in the upper right-hand corner. Sign up with bonus code YT39 and we'll match your first deposit, dollar for dollar.
Right now, 4 players going after this big title. Erick Lindgren
175.
working his way back. This time, ace-9 makes it 175 to go. Matt Hyman with a queen-10 won't play.
And Chino Rheem is going to 3-bet here with the king deuce, folks.
Jonathan Waugh out.
Chino. 450?
450.
Chino understands the tactics of the situation. He knows Erick doesn't want to go out in 4th place. Big money difference between 4th and 3rd.
It's really close. I'm going to give it to you.
And unless he has an extremely
I know you have an ace.
premium hand here, he's going to muck this hand, which he did. That is knowing the situation and knowing your opponent's chip count and taking advantage of it.
Well, there's the Royal Flush Girls Social Bar, and the girls talking to other poker players and friends that come out here on the World Poker Tour just to visit and watch these finals. Everyone's welcome. We have a great one going tonight. Action back on Matt Hyman as he looks down at a pair of kings, the Cowboys.
Just a monster hand here from Matt. Thrilled to pick up 2 kings right now.
What an opportunity. Finally picking up a big hand. He raises to 175. Now, right behind him, Chino has a pair of 10s. Just amazing.
It sure is.
When he's going to re-raise to 450.
You can't blame him for raising with 2 10s in a 4-handed poker game.
What are we seeing? Jonathan picks up the weapons of mass destruction. At this point in this hand, almost impossible.
You talk about a cooler, folks. Unbelievable. He's got 2 aces, and he's going to raise it, and he makes it $1,025,000 to go.
Erick gets out of the way, and now Matt Hyman.
I'm on.
Matt has pushed it all in.
Jonathan, you started the hand with what? You have how much behind?
3.6
Behind?
total.
Total. 2.6 behind?
What Chino was thinking, you know, if I gamble here and eliminate both these guys, I'll be playing heads up for the title with a monster chip lead over my good buddy, Erick Lindgren.
Wouldn't this be a treat for E?
Well, Erick would love nothing more than to see Chino get involved here.
He still can't believe the 10s in a 4-handed poker game has to lay it down before the flop, but
Okay, I fold.
he does so.
Go.
And of course, Jonathan with the call.
Fold, Chino. Wow.
Oh, and Matt can't believe it. What big hands by everybody.
Okay, you have queens there. Queens.
Folks only pick up a pair. Playing Hold'em poker once out of 17 deals. These 3 guys have all picked up a pair, and a big one at this crucial time of the tournament. Incredible.
What a stacked deck. Crowd on its feet,
One time.
saying the prayers.
Only saying one time. Come on, let me suck out one time.
Will it be that one time? No. Queen, queen, 9. Very safe there for the Canadian. Jonathan Waugh out in front
We got clubs.
with the weapons. Turn card will be a 7 of hearts.
Oh, no. That's not. I'm not touching.
There's accent. Daggone it. How could this happen right now? My man picks up 2 kings with 4 players left, and he's got to outdraw his opponent. Got a 2-outer with 1 to go.
And the river cards of 3 of clubs. No help from Matt Hyman.
The 2 aces hold. That's going to do it for the lone amateur left at the table.
Matt will take home $289,000.
Played great poker all week long to get to this final table, and even at the final table, just a cooler hand, Vance. Aces versus kings. Bye-bye, Matt. 3 players left fighting it out for the title.
Matt proving that he's a great poker player, not just good. He's going over to talk to Matt Savage. Let's see what he has to say.
Pretty unbelievable cooler there. Your best finish in the WPT, but doesn't mean much right now.
Not much at all. But I'm happy. I played well. I didn't make many mistakes. I made maybe one earlier, but why can't he have jacks there? Yeah. Right? You know, I'm not letting go kings. I was hoping he had, maybe 10s or jacks. But oh well.
Well, you call yourself a businessman, but obviously you had a good run here, and I mean, obviously you showed that you belong right here.
Thank you.
All right, back to you, Kimberly.